What is going on, you guys? Today I have another quick video review for you. This one is from a channel called A Homestead Journey, and it's called The Collapse of Everyday Life in America Has Begun. Let's get into it.
There's no doubt about it that the American economy is struggling right now. Whether it's people not getting jobs, people losing their jobs, or people not even paying their bills, you're starting to see this more and more when you look around.
So let me get this straight. Inflation is going to keep going up. Taxes are going to keep going up. Interest rates are going to keep going up. National debt's going to keep going up. Wages are probably going to be going down now with the implementation of AI. It's going to make like easier mundane shit, much easier to do. So what's the end game here? So if you're not already rich, you're not going to be rich very soon. What is really the end game here? I'm actually like asking you, like, what is the end game?
So I just got my payment bill. Mind you, I live in Missouri. Single household, so it's just me, my dog, and 2 cats. House isn't huge, not even, it's normal, right? 3 bed, 2 bath. Nothing crazy, like a little under 1,700 square foot, like literally nothing crazy, right? My bill, $282.99. Carla Joe, vacation's over, girl. Vacation is over. Where are the brothers at? But honestly, when does it end? When does it stop?
$830.27. Anybody want to guess what that is? You won't guess, so I'm just going to share it with you. That is my electric bill this month. Okay, full disclosure, that is less than last month. Our bill last month was $1,130.98.
Oh my god. Okay, either one of those is more than you would pay for rent if you moved out of the country to one of these places people talk about, like Eastern Europe, like Romania, or South America, Southeast Asia, parts of Africa, I'm not sure which ones. That's like if you got a really nice place and rented it out in one of those areas. But this is someone's electric bill in the US. That's absolutely nuts.
I'm sorry, it's insane. That is my mortgage payment plus more. Okay, I don't know how anybody is expected to pay that. So I mean, our house is big. It's not huge. It's not a mansion. It's about 2,500 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. We had 5 children. Our bills with our children, all 5 living at home, were between $400 and $700 a month. So we have called the electric company. They've come out. We live beside a restaurant. We were adamant that we were paying the electric company's bill also. I mean, it's ridiculous. Who can afford even $400 a month for electricity, but they expect us to pay $830 or $1,130. So yeah, I logged in this morning to see what our bill was when it was due, $830.27.
So we got our electric bill.
By the way, like, I know some people are paying like maybe close to like $1,500 in rent in the US in like certain places. And that electric bill was close to that. And $1,500 is like on the low end of a rental price in the US.
For the month of July, $650. For the month of June, it was $560. For the month of August, if it keeps raising, our electric company, CenterPoint Energy, they're pieces of, we will have given them $2,000 in 3 months just for our electric bill. I can't afford that. And if I can't afford that, I can't imagine other people and what they're paying. This is bullshit. Like they're forcing us to not pay our bills so that they can force us out of our houses or something. This is absolutely bullshit.
I think there's a lot more people.
By the way, Homestead Journey has another video where it's talking about like some of the stuff going on with homeless people right now. Like one of the beginnings of the videos was like a homeless lady who her RV got towed, like right in the beginning of the morning, and she was actually driving to leave, and then I don't know, like the cops or whoever towing company stopped her and said she couldn't leave, and they towed her RV away. That is pretty wild. And that's a future projection of like what some of these people are talking about. Like, okay, if you can't pay your $800 or $1,100 a month electric bill on top of rent, then you get an RV, but then they try to make it so it's hard to be even homeless too. Hey, what are you supposed to do?
People that's not paying their bills, the media wants you to know. They've been real quiet about this issue. And I'm not talking about utilities like necessities. I'm talking about, I really don't think there's a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people that's not paying like medical bills, their mortgages, credit card bills, and any other bills, you've accumulated other than like water, electricity, and gas. Because I don't think the American government wants people to get the idea that if they stop paying their bills, nothing's going to happen. But I think that's what's happening. I know that there are a lot of people who stop being able to afford their mortgage, and they're still in their houses, and it's been 2-3 years. Because whether they admit it or not, we've been in a recession for years. And I think once the rest of us realize that, wait, I stopped paying my credit card bill and really nothing's happening other than it's messing up this phantom credit score and everybody's credit is jacked up. So now what? I think a lot of people aren't paying bills. So, I mean, I stopped paying some bills. I'm like, I ain't paying this mess. Shoot, put it on my credit report. I get it off.
Have you guys stopped paying your credit cards yet? Because I promise I am about 2 seconds away from not paying my credit cards. Literally.
Now you guys understand why a lot on this channel, I talk a lot about getting a remote job and moving abroad. Like, there's people talking about like living in Vietnam, having a much better life than they are in the US, not being stressed about bills. And they're paying like $250 a month for their rent. You know, of course they're like buying food and stuff like that too, but is it that worth it to stay in the US?
Just the thought of going grocery shopping makes me sick. Like, how the hell is anyone even affording anything right now? My husband drives a 2017 GMC Sierra, and it's $240 to renew his insurance. And we still had to pay $195 on top of that for the last month's insurance. Let's not get started on electric and how much it's going up. I just got a notice saying that our water bill was going up, and my electric company keeps on playing games with us. So with that being said, I'm literally 2 seconds away from not paying my credit cards no more. Because at this point, I got my house. I'm not financing a car. I can't refinance this house because my credit's so freaking shot that it doesn't matter. So I'm really about to say F them credit cards and not pay them. Am I the only one?
You know how I know America is struggling? It's been about 14 days since I had one single job. I went a whole year working at least 1 or 2 jobs per day. And now, 14 days, nothing's changed, everything's good, I got good reviews, everything's, you know, I'm a handyman, so do yard work, electrical, all sorts of stuff. 14 days, I have not had one single job. Nothing's changed, everything's good. I'm getting clicks, I'm getting, you know, everything's good. That tells me that Americans are going super broke, they're trying to do things themselves, which is fine, but 14 days, not one single job. The struggle is about to get real, y'all.
And I want to share a quick story. The other day, I got a phone call. When it went to voicemail, I didn't recognize the number. The phone call was for a company that we worked with back in 2018. They contacted us and asked if we are in the market for a new home and if we need a home inspector to please go ahead and give them a call. So when we got that call and we listened to the message, we really thought, wow, people are getting pretty desperate right now because we have not heard from this company all this time. And all of a sudden you're reaching out after this many years. 2018 was a long time ago. You're contacting us to see if you could potentially get any work from us. Wow. I mean, that was a shocker, but that's kind of what you're seeing nowadays. You're seeing people really hurting for work and they're doing whatever they can to make ends meet.
I am afraid. I'm not even gonna lie. I am afraid of not being able to pay my rent. The electric is going up in the state I live in. Gas, car insurance, medical insurance doubled. I am responsible for providing a roof over my grandkids' head. I don't know how I even got in this situation. How did I even get here? My landlord told me straight up, I'm raising your rent every single year. It's going to get to the point that I can't even pay it because I'm having a hard time paying it now. I cannot believe I'm even 53 years old saying this. Like, I was never afraid when I was younger at all, raising 2 kids all by myself financially, ever. I'm a grown-ass woman, and I am so afraid it keeps me up at night sometimes. If I didn't have other people depending on me, I would not be afraid. I could just go anywhere.
How are y'all saving money? Like,
This is making it hard for people to retire too. And also, if you move to one of these other countries that I've been talking about, you could like just pay, for example, like the cheap rent, and then for food, do your own laundry. You could cook your groceries instead of eat out, even though it's so cheap to eat out anyways. So think about it, like rent and food. You could live somewhere where it's walkable. Maybe there's a gym in your apartment already, because there's a lot of nice places like, let's say like $400 a month, $450 a month in Bangkok, Thailand, condo with a gym. So you don't need to pay for a gym. It's included. So you need to pay for nothing else. No car insurance, maybe a phone bill if you want it. You could honestly probably just stick to Wi-Fi because no one's going to be calling you anymore. You know, unless you want to do like a FaceTime with your family or something. It's easier than you guys think. I'll put it that way.
someone please let me in on your secret because I cannot save money for the life of me. I cannot do it. I try so hard to save money. This is what happens. I get paid every 2 weeks. So when I get paid, I'll pay bills and I put money into my savings account, okay? I put it in there and I tell myself, okay, I'm not going to touch it. I got to save this money, whatever. Well, I have 2 weeks till I get paid again. So it is always something. Every time I put money in my savings account, I have to get it out for something. But my family can't go without food. I can't go without gas. Like, I'm not spending the savings account money like on anything that's not a need. So what the how are you guys saving money? I just do not get it.
Am I the only one that feels?
Well, think about that. car insurance, car payment, gas, internet bill, phone bill, stack your expenses per month. And most people don't think about this stuff. Like, your money is doing nothing in a savings account. So you want to think about some other things. Like, I'm just learning about this stuff now that they didn't teach in school, and they should have, right? Like, potentially investing into some sort of real estate, like multifamily real estate, for example, or a good starter point for people would be like a high yield savings account, where the interest that it gains is a lot more than a normal savings account, or opening your own Roth IRA instead of needing a company to do it. Open your own Roth IRA and put certain monies into like stocks that are known traditionally to do really well. Do your own research on this stuff, but your money isn't doing much in a savings account, which is why you see it go like this over and over.
Like there's going to be like a big economic crash that happens in, I don't know, the next 6 months. Like the jobs numbers don't make a whole lot of sense for like a really healthy economy. I know a lot of people are feeling the effects of inflation, what's going on at the grocery store. I know the stock market is really inflated, but it seems like it's very speculative, very AI driven, which I feel like there's probably some form of an AI bubble. Not saying AI is not important. I just don't understand some of the valuations that are put out there. It seems like a lot of stocks are inflated because of buybacks and stuff like that. And fundamentally, I just don't feel like people are actually doing very well. And when the American consumer isn't doing well, there typically leads to a crash.
I have a question for everybody who lives in the city, lives in a house, pays mortgage, works, does all the normal things. I've been out of the system for about 7 years now. Do you have a game plan for when the systems all collapse? Like things are collapsing as we speak right now. Do you have a game plan? And what is that? Because for the past 16 years, I've been trying to create village, community, resources for collaboration and a new way of thinking, being, living. But people aren't really on board with that. So do people have another plan? Like, what is your plan? Are people just going to ignore the fact that systems are collapsing and continue going to work every day?
Most of us have lived our lives without having to worry about supply. Well, it's coming to an end, guys. The supply chain has been eroding since 2008. Prices have been going up since then. I remember a time back then that I could go into a store, any store, find anything I wanted on my list, go to one store. Now I have to go to 4. And the prices are sky high. I am blessed to have a friend nearby who gives us free eggs laid by her chicken. We gift her something, something canned, because she's a blessing on earth. And sometimes she allows us to pay for what she gives us. I think maybe once. So we still are in the category of having a lot of blessings in our house, in our lives, and we're not lacking anything. But those days are coming where people are going to, that haven't lacked anything, are going to start lacking. And then you'll hear the shouts. Just think, you wake up one day, lights are out. No gas stations are running. It's chaos on the streets in a vehicle.
I don't know if I would go that far, but I see what she's saying. Like, it's good to be more like self-sustaining. Think about these types of things rather than like it all being centered around money. And also, this is saying it's like no man is an island, too, right? Like, a lot of people are isolating themselves with like social media. They work, they go home, and they don't have great people around them. So this is another reason to build a solid community as well. But you kind of get to the point of the video. I mean, there's a lot of things that are kind of going a little bit haywire right now, and why you might want to consider a different plan. For me, I like to tell people, consider other countries and a remote job. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. Go check out A Homestead Journey and subscribe over here. I'm building to 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize and help more guys. All right, y'all. See you in the next one. Peace.